Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the ACL Call of Duty League Playoffs Winners Bracket Round 1 match between Plantronics.Mindfreak and Skyfire. Currently, the series scoreline is 2-1 in favour of the Skyfire squad. However, this is Hardpoint Drift. This is map number 4, Mindfreak. They started with a little bit of a comeback with that uplane comeback previously in map number 3. We'll see if they're going to continue that one on here for the Drift once again. One of the latest maps here in the rotation, only added a couple of weeks ago. Quite literally, these teams still trying to take the time to learn them. Some might have learned more than others probably not. Either way, you're going to be seeing, of course, that first hard point over onto that tower side. 30 seconds into this game so far, of course, 18 points to 0 in the lead to the squad of Mindfreak SKF, though with quite a good few tactical positions and nades. They're able to break through and get a couple of points on the board, but I use that term quite literally. There's only 4 points when in favour of them. Contested currently at the moment, SKF do breach through once again. 5 seconds remaining though as they rotate over through to the side for this next hard point. Of course, rotating over to that bottom right section of the map, it is going to be Buzzin, who's going to be there getting the points off early for himself. Of course, he has an enemy player right across from him there as he tries to get the kill. He does do so successfully. Denz will pick off kill there on Hopi as Excite and Lakey pick off kills on Fighter and Buzzin respectively. Now, Denz takes down Excite as Hopi takes down Denz. We do have the squad of SKF looking to try and get some points to the board. I mean, it's currently 34 points to 16. Mindfreak really need this map more than SKF do, though, as they are the ones down in this overall series. Of course, it is still a double elimination bracket, though, so I mean, if you lose, you still have that second chance, but no one wants to go through into that loser's bracket. No one willingly, rather, wants to go through into that loser's bracket. I mean, these two teams still fighting. They're all going back and forth, as can be shown in that first hard point. It's going to be happening the same thing again. SKF, though, this time going to be the team that started off a little bit slow behind on the points, and then with that second hard point, catch back up and taking the lead. As we saw Mindfreak doing that initial hard point on Biolab. Remember to tweet out your thoughts and predictions, though. Do it at ACL Pro. Use the hashtag ACL CoD League, or just use the stream chat to your right. Who do you think will be taking out this game? Will it be the squad of Mindfreak? Will it be SKF? You know, let me know. Who you think will be taking out this map, or series, or both? You know, whatever you feel like, let me know. I'm definitely keen to hear your thoughts as you see the score tied back up and then taking the lead once again there by Mindfreak in this next hardpoint location. You do see Fighter going to be the one to try and hold this one. Now, Buzzin will be taking down one as Denz also gets shut down. You do see Shock's also falling as well. Fighter turns around, gets one kill, then gets shot down in the back. Buzzin going to be nading over into the hardpoint location where the player through tower will take him down. You got Excite looking to try and maybe just hold this one, of course, but he's going to have Fighter try to just charge him. He'll take him down into quite a easy gunfight there with that ASM1. Nade's going to be coming out. You notice the Nade's just going to be using to bounce around, trying to go through the corners, trying to get those stuns where possible to see and scout out where these players will be coming from. As you can see, it is generally quite helpful as you avoid situations like that where Mindfreak are just able to come in terms of numbers and just completely thrash things out. Off the respawn, though, it is going to be the squad of SKF coming back in, controlling that hardpoint side, and then going on through. Now, in the top right section of the map, we are going to be having the next hardpoint location. Of course, both teams now just trying to swarm their way into it. SKF have currently 2 players in this one. 84 points to 60 right here. 6 minutes 43 on the clock. We have Excite and Lakey holding this one down. Make that just Lakey. Make that just no one. As Mindfreak going through to close this one up. 3 players from SKF are down. It is 88 points to 67 and counting. 6.5 minutes on this clock so far. 30 seconds still remaining as well. 3 of the players from Mindfreak get taken down as 3 players from SKF clean on through to be able to get control once again of this hardpoint. Being one of these newest maps in the rotations, as I want to stress the point once again, a lot of these players don't really know what, some players might not know what the meta is. Some players might not know where to really set up, where these hardpoint rotations are going to be. You know, some players just might not have had time to practice them as much as others, and it really can be reflected sometimes in these gameplays. But overall, it really is such a new map to both of these two teams that I do feel like majority of the time, they are literally just winging it and hoping for the best at that same point. I mean, I really feel that's some of the action that's happening with some of these hardpoints. I mean, some of them are pretty straightforward. You can set up really, really well, and some of them take a little bit more strategy into it, which you notice some teams have, and some teams are still trying to work out all the kinks. As you see right here, Fighter going to be holding this one. Our entire team down there from Mindfreak, taking down the Skyfire squad, trying to catch back up on the overall scoreboard as well. 5.5 minutes on the clock, so nearly the halfway point. Score about to be tied up right here. 106 points apiece. Mindfreak now taking the lead, but the 3 players from Skyfire going in for that contest. Now the Avalanche is on its way right here, as it is looking to get a couple of kills in the process. Shots out though from Shocks as he picks off 2. Buzzin gets a single as well. Shocks will fall. Avalanche coming on through. damaging Deads and actually taking him down at the same time. Actually quite glad I got to see that for my first Avalanche kill on the actual perspective. Rival will be able to take down Buzzin, as you can see there in that hardpoint. Only 2 seconds remain though, and it is only a 12-point difference between the two. Hardpoint now going back over onto that tower side. Of course, back over, reset to the initial rotation. We are going to be having 2 players down from either team right here. Excite going with the double kill. Hopey going with a single as well to try and assist. You see Excite just sitting on the edge there of that tower. Nades going in galore to be able to stop them right here, and you're going to be having players and these teams trying to set up for this current hardpoint to try and get as many points as they can. As you can see, SKF are the team to do so. 136 points to 114. They're extending that lead once again, as we did see. It seems like it's a little bit of a reverse of what we were seeing in the first half of the previous hardpoint. It seems to be going the other direction. With SKF taking the first lead, Mindfreak then catching back up, Mindfreak then taking the lead. Now it's the other way around. Mindfreak took the initial lead off that first hardpoint, and then SKF caught back up. They took the lead, and now here we are, 145 to 119. There's still 4 minutes remaining though, and there's still plenty of time to be able to get things changed back up. There's still time for Mindfreak to catch back up here in this map and overall in the series as well. But they need to really pull their socks up right here in this game. They need to start getting these points on because they are getting quite behind here in this hardpoint game type. And I mean, you really can't have that so far. I mean, I was about to say you really can't have Excite picking off double kills like that as well, but he wasn't. He did get shut down. We're going to have the entire team once again shut down from the squad of SKF. The spawns though are good for them. They're favoring them right here as they push on through back into this hardpoint to try and contest this one. Mindfreak need to step it up a little bit right now. 161 points to 123. 3.5 minutes still remaining on this clock. 2-1 is the overall scoreline in terms of series. One more map for Skyfire, and then we'll walk into the winners bracket final right now to try and continue that match forward. As you see here, 170 to 128. I mean, it's not looking good for Mindfreak, but once again, it is still mathematically possible to be able to have those things happen. I mean, overall 3 minutes remaining, you do have an approximate total of 180 points still remaining on the board as well, and that's all determined on Mindfreak being able to just hold the fort down for themselves. Shot on the side is dead. It doesn't seem like he got the call out that his player was dead or that the player was breaching. Either way, Fighter's going to try and breach this one right here. He's going to be able to take down to one. Of course, now getting control of this hardpoint play is going to be looking to come through every single angle possible. And Fighter, unfortunately, not being able to pick off the shot there. Shocks will push on through once again to be able to get this control down, but he needs to pick up these kills. He gets one, he looks for a second, gets the second, can't get the third. Excite's going to be the one there as the play comes through the tower, taking down Deads. Excite, as you see here in this hardpoint, takes down one, gets shut down by a second. That second is Hopey. Hopey then gets shut down by Shock. Shock's in this hardpoint. 24 seconds remaining. Shocks will fall. Fighter in there taking on Rival. Fighter takes him down. No, he doesn't. The nade. Friendly fire nade there from Excite will shut him down as Fighter contests over through the front window. 150 to 194. 44 points the difference and closing in at the moment. 2 minutes still remaining here. 8 seconds still remaining in this hardpoint. Now both teams will be trying to set up over onto the next hardpoint, which looks like it's going to be on that top right half of the map. As you do notice, they're able to catch back up a little bit now. It's 30 points the difference. Fighter trying to rotate over will get shut down there, but Excite's going to be in this hardpoint up early. He's going to get shot in the back. Lakey's now going to be there as well. He'll drop momentarily after his teammates. Buzz and Shock's going to be trying to get these points, and this could be a little bit of a momentum swing here with 137 points. A minute 37 remaining here. That's going to be 92 seconds still on the board for capture right now, and the score is closing up, and it is closing up fast. Rival is going to be here in this hardpoint though, and Mindfreak need to just keep contesting this one, keep going gun-ho right here to get these points as much as they can, because time is going to be cutting it close right here in this hardpoint. If you have SKF trying to hold this one, 2 players drop from them. That means 2 players from Mindfreak are in this hardpoint. 20 seconds still remaining. Couple of pre-shots work out well for them, getting a lot of tags as they need to go for this reload, holding off back a little bit. Buzzin will fall. Fighter's still going to be there to get some points. His teammate's going to be there to try and push on through. Hardpoint contested right here. 10 seconds still remaining, so it's not going to be the end of the world as long as they can hold out the remaining hardpoint for this final hardpoint itself. As you have Rival trying to hold the fort, he will be able to hold this one successfully. Last hardpoint right here of the game. 50 seconds still remaining. Potentially the game to knock Mindfreak out or the game to keep them alive. Fighter in this hardpoint will get taken down. Shocks, and I do believe that's Deads and Buzzin trying to push on through here. They need to just stay alive here. 3 plays down from them. A great play from SKF. Lakey with that double kill to go huge on them. For them right there, as Fighter will be able to take that one. He can't get the second one. Rival is going to be there. Excite then off his death will go into this hardpoint, hiding behind the cover. Of course, 224 points to 194, 22 seconds remaining. It is not going to be possible to catch back up, and that's going to be Skyfire knocking down Mindfreak to the losers bracket final. Sorry, to the losers bracket round 1, to the losers bracket itself. They are knocking them down in the upset. The first upset of the playoffs bracket, I think, is pretty safe to say. Of course, not ruling anything away from Skyfire, but Mindfreak coming to this scene as first, into this competition as first, I think it's pretty safe to say that it's an upset in anyone's books. Either way, they played exceptionally great. All maps were great as well. And you are going to be having, of course, Hopey right here on your round-ending kill cam. Of course, going huge for himself. 36 kills, 36 deaths. Ended that one with a 2 streak as well. But, I mean, my oh my, what a game we just saw to wrap up the first series of this playoffs bracket. Of course, we do have plenty of matches in store for you up next, as can be shown by the schedule. We're 2 minutes behind schedule, so that's not too bad. But we've got Integral Nation taking on Uproar Ignitions for the second match of the day. Of course, remember, every single match here in the playoffs bracket will be streamed individually, played individually, so we get to see all the action here in the ANZ CoD region in our ACL Call of Duty League playoffs bracket. Of course, competing for $1,500. Of course, first place, 1,100. Second place comes with 400. They're the only 2 places in that they're getting the money here for this competition. But we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back soon, right after this short break, with Integral Nation taking on Uproar IG.